Welcome to BNews Weekly. I'm Phil Gallagher, along with BNews Director Rich Hosford, Chris Flaherty, Corey McNeil, Peter Brown with weather, Ian Casciola with the Community Bulletin Board. Thank you for joining us. Tuna restaurants are looking to move into the space left vacant when PAPARAZZI closed in October. Representatives of Rebel Restaurants Incorporated, a business group with restaurants in the Boston area, were at the planning board meeting last week seeking a special permit and site plan approval for a proposed double project at 2 Wall Street. One of the restaurants would be the high-end Mexican establishment Temazcal, and the other would be more affordable pizza and Italian restaurant called Tony's Coal-Fired Pizza. Temazcal, which currently has locations in Boston and Linfield, features authentic Mexican recipes made with fresh local ingredients, its website states. Tony's Coal-Fired Pizza would have a full Italian menu with an emphasis on pizza, which would be cooked in an actual coal oven. Part of the site plan includes an additional entrance for the pizza place and some reconfiguration of the indoors. The restaurants will be separated by the kitchen, which will work for both establishments. In total, the group is looking to add 27 additional seats to what PAPARAZZI had, and they showed a parking chart, they said, that showed existing lot could accommodate the increase. In the end, the planning board approved the special permit, but continued the hearing on the site plan approval until the next meeting, January 5th. The district welcomed a new restaurant. Last month, BNews Director Rich Hosford went down to check it out and has this report.
Lovers of seafood have a new place to dine in Burlington. Island Creek Oyster Bar opened last month, and already it has seen a lot of interest and a steady flow of traffic, much to the delight of the owner.
You know, we love it here. I think we've been really well embraced by, the businesses and the community. People are really excited that we're here. I think we're a little bit different than anything that exists out here right now. It's been great. We see the same faces, week after week, and really developing some great regulars, and excited for people to keep discovering us.
So what's the restaurant all about?
So Island Creek Oyster Bar is in collaboration with Island Creek Oysters and Oyster Farm in Duxbury, Massachusetts, is one of our business partners. And kind of the inspiration behind the restaurant, it's about kind of bringing the oyster farm to the restaurant and sharing that experience with the guests.
Of course, the restaurant has oysters, but Jeremy says they also have a wide variety of other seafood offerings.
Well, Island Creek is, New England-style oyster bar, and at the core of that is what you would expect to find in New England: lobster rolls, fried clams, fish and chips, a great raw bar. And from there, we do a lot of different things. We work with a lot of local fishermen and aquaculturists and bring a daily printed menu featuring as much local fish as we can.
Though the menu changes daily, there are some specialties customers can expect to find.
One of our signature dishes is lobster roe noodles. We're using all fresh lobster caught here in Maine. We do lots of dayboat fish, halibut, cod, haddock, scallops, pretty aggressive ceviche and crudo program that's really fun and different for the area. So you can expect a lot of different things.
Looking around, the restaurant has an open and modern look to it. I asked what type of atmosphere they were trying to create.
Well, the design is really, it's kind of open and airy, feels bright and fresh. It has a little bit of a kind of, summer cottage feel with a little more sophistication. It's meant to feel very comfortable and warm and a place that you'd feel really relaxed in.
Jeremy said eating at Island Creek is meant to be a fun and communal experience, which fits well with how people consume oysters.
Yeah, oysters are they're a communal food. They're meant to be kind of enjoyed. They're eaten with your hands and they're shared, and it's something that, you sit around a platter of oysters and it's just something that feels very communal. And a lot of the food is kind of designed that way. It's been, the crudos and the ceviches are meant to be kind of shared with your guests and experience those things, in a fun way, in a very social setting.
Finally, he said setting up in Burlington has been a great decision.
Burlington's great. The district is such a really cool new part of kind of Burlington itself, like what it's brought to the area, how it's kind of just felt like it naturally weaved into the surrounding, existing buildings and existing mall. Burlington's a great town. I think there's a lot of people here that don't necessarily want to travel into Boston to have a great dining experience, but still want a great restaurant. So we feel really at home here.
At Island Creek Oyster Bar, I'm BNews Director Rich Hosford.
A European fashion retailer has opened at the Burlington Mall. Primark, a fast fashion retailer out of Ireland, opened its doors on this past Wednesday. The store is located on the second floor above Sears. Primark opened its first U.S. store a year ago in Boston's downtown crossing. According to the press release, the store was looking to hire 200 people for permanent positions and additional 100 for seasonal jobs at the location. You can make an application at the location. According to the retailer's website, Primark offers a diverse range of products, stocking everything from baby and children's to women's, men's, homeware, accessories, beauty products, and confectionery. The Burlington Planning Board discussed the language of a proposed warrant article for a town meeting concerning a moratorium on sales of recreational marijuana in town. The warrant article was drafted at the behest of the Board of Selectmen, who voted to place it on the January town meeting warrant after voters in the state passed Question 4, which made the possession and sale of marijuana legal for people over the age of 21. Planning Board Chair Barbara LaRue said the only change the board was suggesting was to add "and vehicles" to a list of possible places sellers might use to insure against mobile food truck-like sales of marijuana. LaRue said the article is seeking an 18-month moratorium or one that lasts 6 months past when the state sets its guidelines, whichever is later. The state's deadline to set guidelines is January 2018. She said this would give the town time to pass bylaws regulating where marijuana can be sold in town, and is what the town did after medical marijuana was legalized. There was also some talk about whether 6 months after the state set its guidelines was enough time to properly create and pass a bylaw, and there was talk of changing it to 9 months. In the end, the board seemed to be leaning towards extending the proposed moratorium to 9 months, but voted to continue the hearing until its next meeting on January 5th to give residents an opportunity to add their input. The January town meeting will be held on Monday, January 23rd in Fogelberg Auditorium. The tree lighting is an annual holiday tradition here in Burlington. This year we talked with Chris Flaherty and Peter Brown, the host of BCAT's coverage of the event. To learn more, BNEWS reporter Corey McNeil has this look at the event.
The holiday season in Burlington kicked off in a big way with the annual tree lighting on the Common. On hand to cover the event were BCAT's own Christopher Flaherty and Peter Brown. The following includes interviews with them and by them.
This is your second tree lighting. How does the second one compare to the last year?
Well, I'll tell you, it actually puts you more on the holiday feel because it was about 25 degrees colder than it was last year. So that made a big difference. And I think that brought a lot more people out. And the rec department did an amazing job with everything.
Peter, I'm here with Brendan Egan from the Burlington Parks and Recreation Department. Brendan, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Another year on the Common.
Another great year. First off, I want to congratulations on another great tree lighting.
Well, it wouldn't happen without the recreation, Parks and Recreation maintenance staff and program staff working together to get this beautiful event off the ground. The trees look great as usual, and again, they did an awesome job. They've been working out here since October.
Second, Christopher Flaherty, on the other hand, has had far more experience in covering this Burlington holiday tradition.
This is my...
He's done so many, he can't keep track.
It's the 7th one I've done. I did all 4 years of high school, and I've done this one in the past 2. It's been a good year. I think I've been a good boy, personally.
And how does this one rank with the other 6?
Well, I've noticed a significant change in the event ever since it moved from just in front of the town hall over here. It's definitely gotten bigger. It's given a lot more opportunities for the community to attend, a lot more opportunities for like different events and activities for the families and the kids to do. You can definitely get a better view of the lights as they surround you as you're around the gazebo. The fireworks, fantastic. And, it just gives Santa, more room to just do his thing.
Highlight of this year?
Ooh, I think it would definitely have to be all the kids on Alfay's truck. That was an amazing, amazing scene, that's for sure.
Let's do Jingle Bells. Do we know Jingle Bells? All right, ready?
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. How fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey!
Well, thank you very much, Chris. And we are here right now with Burlington's own Alfay.
Well, it's a good night to be here. Really, it's December and the weather is great. Another great night, really. It's been I don't know how many years we've been doing it, but quite a while. But they did an excellent job. I think this is one of the better ones. We have a big crowd. Recreation department, I can't say enough. They do a ton of work. and make sure all the lights are lighting, and it isn't going to rain or it isn't going to snow, but to see the smiles on these kids' faces is something really, and everybody involved, that does a great job,
Now let's wrap up this piece like a present under the tree with Chris, Peter, and the big red man himself, Santa Claus.
Santa, what's your favorite part of coming down to Burlington?
Seeing all the boys and girls and the parents down here and having a good time.
Now, Santa, I want to ask you, what do you want for Christmas this year?
Peace. Peace.
Beautiful.
Bring all the troops home for Christmas.
Peter, any questions for Santa?
I'm gonna ask you, Santa. I know you're a busy guy this time of the year, but what are you gonna do after Christmas is over? I hope you're got a nice vacation plan for yourself.
Probably come over into Burlington somewheres and relax.
We got plenty of good places to eat around.
The Marriott, you got extended hotel, you got all kinds of hotels here. I'll find someplace.
Definitely. You're always welcome in Burlington, Santa.
Thank you very much. And have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to all
Holidays
of
to
them.
you too, everyone.
Thank you, Santa. Happy holidays, everybody.
And from all of us here at Burlington Cable Access Television, happy holidays.
Whether you call them Samoas or caramel delights, tag-alongs, peanut butter patties, trefoils or flatbread, or just go with ever popular Thin Mints, you know you love them, and the money raised by their sales goes to supporting girls learning valuable skills and building self-esteem and building teamwork. It is Girl Scout cookie season. The girls are out selling, but where can you find them? Burlington's troops will be out at different locations in the next couple of months, and we have this list of where you can buy your favorite cookies. You can find that list of all the locations and dates at www.bcattv.org/bnews. While you're there, take the time to get our daily BNEWS newsletter. You can sign up right on the site. Authorities are advising people to check their carbon monoxide detectors in the wake of a tragic event that occurred Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Police in Acushnet said they responded to a home of a father and a 9-year-old son on Wednesday morning after the boy's mother couldn't reach them by phone. When emergency crews arrived, they found the pair dead and a high carbon monoxide level in the home. Carbon monoxide is generated anytime you burn fuel in cars, trucks, small engines, stoves, lanterns, grills, fireplace, gas ranges, or furnaces, basically anywhere where you have fire. It can build up indoors and poison people and animals who breathe it. The CDC says the most common symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning are headache, dizziness, weakness, upset stomach, vomiting, chest pain, and confusion. Each year, more than 400 Americans die from unintentional carbon monoxide poisoning not linked to fires. More than 20,000 visit the emergency room and more than 4,000 are hospitalized. The best way to protect yourself against carbon monoxide is to make sure you have a carbon monoxide detector and that they are in good working order. You can test your detector by simply pressing the test button. Find more tips for preventing carbon monoxide at www.bcattv.org/bnews. You can always check up at the firehouse as well. They'll give you that information. Everyone knows it's easy to put on some weight during the holiday season. I call it the 10-pound month. But it is possible to take it off again. This week I went down to Planet Fitness to talk about what they have to offer to help people keep trim this holiday season and into the new year. Hi, I'm here at Planet Fitness with Jeanette Bowler, club operator, and the period between Thanksgiving and Christmas is typically a 10-pound month for me, and this is a place where I try to get rid of at least 7 of them. Jeanette, tell us a little bit of history about Planet Fitness here in Burlington.
So we've been here 9 years. Planet Fitness, we're a judgment-free zone, which means that we don't allow, weight dropping, grunting, groaning. We try to keep it comfortable for everybody. Most of our members are first-time gym users, so we try to, attract that and cater to that. So no weight dropping, grunting, and groaning. Keep it comfortable for everybody. We do offer something called PE at PF. It's free fitness training with our trainer, Lauren. So if you're unfamiliar with the equipment, we'll be able to show you how to use the equipment, design a program for you so that you can come in here having knowing what to do, not just left open, since most of our members are first-time gym users.
So Planet Fitness, this isn't a standalone operation. Planet Fitness now is a national operation?
Yep, we're all individually owned. There's over 1,100 Planet Fitnesses nationwide. Canada, I think they're opening the Dominican, Puerto Rico, so there's over 1,100 nationwide. They went public last August. The stock's doing very well. It started at 16, it's at 20 now, so, you know, it's one of the fastest growing franchises in the fitness industry right now.
And how about the equipment itself? Do you have a particular type of equipment? I know there's a lot of stuff here, and it's very rarely, you can always get a machine of some sort. Is it a particular make?
We cater to Life Fitness, Cybex. Equipment is most of our equipment. All the stuff that we have is user-friendly. It has little directions on there if you're unfamiliar how to use it. It's all user-friendly, and plus we'll show you how to use it. But we do cater to Life Fitness and Cybex. And there's never any wait times, any sign-up sheets to get on the equipment. You know, there's always something available. We have over 100 pieces of cardio, so there's usually always something. Leading into the busier season, January, February, March, New Year's resolutions, yes, it's going to be busier, but there's always something available.
All right, so this is typically your busiest season. What do you have? You're running particular specials now for membership?
For BCAT members, if they decide they want to join, they come in and they mention that they saw this on TV. $1 down, $10 a month is the basic membership, or $1 down, $20 a month for the Black Card membership that gives you perks as far as taking in a guest every time you come in, using any facility nationwide and taking a guest there as well, use of the tanning, the massage chairs, or if you buy anything out of the cooler, it's half price.
And how about the membership itself? I noticed I come at any time and I see different people here. What do you get for a daily population?
We have about 400 to 500 people a day that walk through the door. We're open Monday through Thursday from 5 in the morning till 10. Friday 5 to 9, and Saturday from 7 to 7. So from 5 to 5, there's a constant crowd coming in. It's a little busier after work from about 5 to 8, but you know, again, there's no sign-up sheets or wait times for any of the stuff.
Now, how about the condition of the building? I know this was part of the Ice Palace, the dual Ice Palace.
Yes.
Did you do the original fit up, or was this originally World of Health?
It was World of Health originally. I think. I'm not 100% sure. I know back in the day this was, I think, the B rink is what the Burlington residents tell me. It was a smaller rink that was attached to the Ice Palace. At some point, the town sold it off. And I think it used to make microchips. Then Mike bought it and turned it into World of Health. And then 9 years ago, we bought it and turned it into Planet Fitness. So we've renovated it. I mean, last July, $250,000 worth of new equipment. Opened up a couple of rooms, you know, so this is 25,000 square feet of space. You know, you don't feel congested.
So that's about the largest gym there is in the region.
Around here, yeah. I mean, there's large gyms, but definitely around here, 25,000 square feet is pretty big.
Gym. And what about other services? You have tanning, you have sauna.
Yep. We have massage chairs. If you're a Black Card member, you get a token, you put it in there. It's a 5-minute massage. For the Black Card members, we offer tanning. You can take a guest. You know, every time you come in, you can use any other Planet Fitness nationwide. There's dozens in just this area alone. Billerica, Woburn. Everyone's individually owned, but we all cater to the same. You know, we all have the same stuff, the same equipment, the same rules. Everything's the same.
And what's your experience? You've been in the business a long time at this point. What's your experience with the general clientele? Are people in better shape than they were 10 years ago?
I think they have to be. You know, I think they have to be. I think people are more aware. For women, osteoporosis. They say after the age of 30, we're losing muscle mass. So we're only getting weaker. So people have to come in just to maintain what they have. And, you know, cardiac rehab, knee replacements. People are coming in for injuries, and they have to rehab those injuries. But overall, just having a better quality of life. I think one of our oldest members might be 94 years old. He walks in here, he drives here. You know, it's just the quality of life that you want to have when you get older, you know? So, and offsetting diabetes and, you know, osteoporosis and just not getting weaker. So.
Right. Okay, we've been here with Jeanette Bowler. She's the managing club operator here at Planet Fitness. And one more time, tell us what the special is for BCAT members.
$1 down, $10 a month, or $1 down, $20 a month if you want the Black Card special.
Great.
So just mention you saw this.
Okay, BCAT viewers, not necessarily members. Okay, that's it here from Planet Fitness. I'm Phil Gallagher along with Jeanette Bowler. Thank you, Jeanette.
Thank you.
There was an interfaith gathering at Temple Shalom Emeth recently where Jews and Muslims prayed and ate together. BNEWS director Rich Hosford spoke with Rabbi Susan Abramson about the event and has this report.
A prayer service and dinner at Temple Shalom Emeth in Burlington sought to bring two groups together that on the world stage have a difficult historical relationship in an effort to learn more about each other and share in their common humanity.
So we had an amazing evening. There were 60 members of the Muslim community, 60 members of the Jewish community, and we all came together as one in spirit and friendship in order to celebrate our commonalities and to appreciate what each other has in common. And we really need to unite at this point in time because there's so much hatred and bigotry and prejudice that's come to the surface in our country that it's really, really important for us to really understand each other and just unite together against the common forces that are working against us.
During the gathering, both groups shared their religious services with the other.
So we started the evening off with a Shabbat service, a Jewish Shabbat service. It took place on our Sabbath, which begins on Friday night. And so we had a nice Shabbat service. And I taught all during the service about what was happening in the Jewish prayers so that people could learn and understand. Actually, as many of the Jews learned something about a Jewish Shabbat service as the Muslim community, I think. And then after that, we adjourned to the front hall of our synagogue, and we lay down sheets, and members of the Muslim community had an actual Muslim prayer service, their evening prayer service, in the front hall of the synagogue, which was just amazing.
Rabbi Abramson said that she learned a lot during the meeting, including more about the two groups' shared history and the similarities among the faiths.
There's so much that we have in common. There are certain words that I heard during the Muslim prayers which are almost identical to words in Hebrew that we prayed about in the Jewish service, like the word rachamim or racham, which in both Arabic and Hebrew means compassion or kindness. So that was something that I heard a lot of the Muslim prayers, which was an important concept for us as Jews and as human beings to be together as one.
Following the prayer services, the participants did what people looking to come together have done for ages, broke bread together.
After the Muslim prayer, we went back to the social hall and had a feast together. Everybody brought, it was like a potluck dinner, everybody brought food, and we enjoyed foods from each other's cultures. And we just sat around at tables. There were Jews and Muslims at every round table, so everybody got a chance to meet each other, to talk to each other, and just get to know each other as human beings and appreciate each other and get beyond the stereotypes.
Finally, Rabbi Abramson said that the atmosphere in the room was very warm and everyone left in high spirits.
Everybody left feeling amazing. I'm still flying on cloud. I'm still on cloud 9. My feet haven't touched the ground because I'm so excited about just what we accomplished that evening. And people were smiling and laughing and joking and just basically rejoicing in the new friendships that they made and the fact that they were able to bridge that gap between our two faiths and our two cultures to make new friends and to understand just how much we have in common.
From Temple Shalom Emeth, I'm BNEWS Director Rich Hosford.
Let's go now to BNews weatherman Peter Brown in our weather center for the latest forecast. We'll also check out the community calendar with Ian Casciola to see what's happening in Burlington.
Well, hello everyone. This is Peter Brown with a look at your forecast for the next 7 days. And I just want to start out by saying, if you're a fan of nice warm weather, well, unfortunately, this is not going to be the week for you. Starting out on Friday, look at this. Look at where our temperatures are going to only be in the mid-30s. So for the first time in a while, we're going to see high temperatures a good 5 to 6 degrees below average. So it's really going to have a feel of winter coming up this weekend going into next week. And in fact, this record low of 3, well, Friday night, we're not going to be all that far away from that. It looks like it's going to get really cold heading into Saturday morning with temperatures in the low teens. And of course, as you can see, the only thing that's good is actually our days aren't going to be getting too much shorter from here on out. There's only a few more days left where the days will be getting shorter, and we'll start to slowly creep back on up with those daylight hours. So that's one good thing as we head on into winter. As I show you the next graphic, again, this is going to be a weather map that a lot of you might not really relish too much right here. We're going to see a storm system that's going to kind of start developing out over the Midwest, and that's going to be around about over our weekend time, this is going to start to slide then towards New England and here in the southern New England and Burlington area. And this may develop a little bit of snow once it gets towards us on Monday morning going into, actually most of the day on Monday. We may have a little bit of a sloppy mess of mix of snow and rain. As we get into the end of the week, there are a couple of indications that we might have a little bit more organized storm system in terms of snow. So if you're a ski lover, if you love the snow, it looks like we're going to have a fairly nice week for you coming up, that's for sure. As we move ahead, I'm going to show you a little bit about our precip coming up, what we're expecting for the next 7 to 10 days. And as you can see on this map, almost the entire country, and especially up here in New England, up here near the Burlington area, they're expecting well above average precipitation for the next week or so. And of course, combined with colder temperatures, that's going to mean a chance of snow rather than a chance of rain. And as we go to our next slide, this is going to be indicative of the cold temperatures that are coming our way. If you've been watching the news recently, you know that there's some absolutely intense cold up in the Dakotas where they've been having blizzards day after day. And a little bit of this air is going to kind of break off from that area and come over here up into southern New England. So unfortunately, these nice warm temperatures that you see down here in Florida and over in the desert Southwest, well, those are going to be staying put for quite a while. And this real shot of deep, deep blue and cold air and below average temperatures is going to be heading our way. And as we look at our forecast for the 7-day period coming up, we're going to see definitely a change as opposed to what we've been used to for the past few months. Look at this again. Starting on Friday, chance of flurries maybe as we see an Arctic front come by, temperatures in the mid-30s. But look at this, here we go. Going into Saturday morning, temperatures down in the low teens. And Saturday, I would hazard to say we're probably not going to make it out of the upper 20s. So it's going to be staying below freezing on Saturday and an absolutely frigid night going into Sunday. I expect that we may even see some areas right around the Burlington area that get down into the single digits going into Sunday morning. Then as we get into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, we're going to introduce the chance of maybe some scattered snow showers almost every day as we see some disturbances coming by each and every day. So basically reinforcing cold air after reinforcing cold air, bringing the chance of snow showers. Again, on Monday, we might see a little bit more organized activity with a little bit of rain and snow mix. Again, temperatures staying very chilly in the upper 30s. As we head towards the end of the period, the temperature's actually going to get a little bit cooler. It looks like Monday's going to be the warmest day of the next 7 days. And as we said, when we get towards Thursday, this might be something that we might have to bear watching. We might see a little bit more organized in terms of maybe potential of a snowstorm coming. I'm not going to say that that's a definite, but it's definitely in the cards looking down the road. And temperatures, look at this, cooling off down to near 30 again. So folks, if you're a ski lover, if you love the snow, get out there and enjoy this weather that we have coming. And if you're a warm weather fan, just remember, we've only got 6 months to go until summer again. Get out there and enjoy your weekend.
Hello and welcome to your community calendar. Do your children like Legos? On Monday, December 12th at 3:45 p.m., the Burlington Public Library is having their monthly club, the Lego Club. Let your children's imagination run wild as they get a chance to build Legos with their friends. The club is for kids in grades kindergarten through 6th. No registration is required, everyone is welcomed, and the event is free. For more info, visit burlington.org or call 781-270-1690. The holiday season is upon us, and what better way to celebrate than by swapping recipes? On Thursday, December 15th at 7 p.m., the Burlington Public Library is having an event called Holiday Dessert Tasting and Recipe Swap. Residents don't have to be a baker to attend, and everyone gets to sample the treats and take home copies of recipes. If you are baking, you are urged to register in advance by using the online library calendar or by calling 781-505-5985. If you are bringing food, there are some guidelines you need to know. Food must be meant to be served at room temperature and bring enough for 20 people to taste. Please bring 20 copies of the recipe as well. Everyone is welcome to attend, and the event is free. For more info, visit burlington.org or call 781-270-1690. Parents, do your children like stories with Santa Claus in it? On Saturday, December 17th at 11 a.m., the Barnes & Noble in Burlington is having a storytime event called Santa's Sleigh is on its Way by Eric James. It's a magical Christmas Eve, and all of the children in your town are sleeping. Well, all of the children but you. How could you possibly fall asleep when you know Santa and his sleigh are on their way? There will also be fun activities and games, and everyone is welcomed. The event is free. For more info, visit barnesandnoble.com or call 781-273-3871. This has been your community calendar. I'm Ian Casciola. Back to you in the studio.
Help ensure all Burlington children have a Merry Christmas this year. The People Helping People Wish Tree is looking for more people to stand and become one of Santa's helpers by making a gift donation. They said that so far this year, possibly due to more people shopping online instead of in the mall, donations are down. Their goal is to provide 2,000 gifts to children in need in the Burlington community. So please consider stopping by and taking a wish, purchasing a gift, and making a difference in a child's Christmas. The Wish Tree is located on the second floor of the mall between Ann Taylor and Coach. If you can't make it, you can always be free to send in a tax-deductible donation to People Helping People, P.O. Box 350, Burlington, Mass. 01803. That's it from the news desk here at BNews Weekly. I'm Phil Gallagher, along with BNews Director Rich Hosford, Chris Flaherty, Corey McNeil, Peter Brown, and Ian Casciola. Thank you for joining us.